Isn't it the worst when someone doesn't get your costume? Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah. Does that happen to you?
Kinda. Well, I was just like basic Ken at a Halloween party.
A white guy?
Yeah.
You were a white guy for
I was the
Halloween
white-
and nobody
yeah.
got it?
It was easy. Yeah, I was like, are you an idiot?
This is one of those movies where it's just magic.
Yeah.
The writers, the cast, everything. They just found lightning in a bottle. Everybody is funny in this movie.
Yeah.
Everyone. Yeah. The virgin got pregnant, guys.
How does that happen?
Well, we know how it happens.
Oh my
So,
God. Yeah.
Somebody's on the hush hush. That's it.
My parents had sex. Hello and welcome to the 71st episode of the 30's podcast. My name is Clint.
Uncle Marcus.
Hello, Uncle Marcus.
We're really at 71?
Yeah,
Damn.
that's what it is.
Yeah. Wow. I thought we were still in the 60s.
Nope. We're past it.
Flying.
In the 70s, we got producer Caesar.
Hi, everybody.
Yay.
Oh my God. So
We're
what's going on?
approaching Halloween.
Here we are.
This is our Halloween episode. Here's my costume.
Maybe.
Is it?
Nah, I think we got one more.
Yeah, because this one comes out this week, right?
Yes. We got one
Yeah.
more for Halloween. So never
Cool.
mind. Never mind.
You don't get the costume yet.
You'll get it later.
I'll get it later.
Isn't it the worst when someone doesn't get your costume? Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah. Does that happen to you?
Kinda. Well, I was just like basic Ken at a Halloween party.
A white guy?
Yeah.
You were a white guy for
I was the
Halloween
white-
and nobody
yeah.
got it?
It was easy. Yeah, I was like, are you an idiot? Did you not see the movie?
How did you dress?
Just with like his denim look.
Oh, this was recent.
Denim, yeah.
Okay, so you
like,
were a
yeah.
Ryan Gosling Ken.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like go overboard.
You just had a denim jacket on.
Yeah, because I also like to dress up in a way to where I could go in public
Oh,
and it's not as
so
different.
not like a costume.
Not like costume. I play characters every day of my life.
Well, it's probably why they didn't get your costume then, because you weren't in a costume.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't
You were
mind.
just wearing a denim vest and like you can't tell.
Really?
Okay, it is Halloween season, and it is the season of Halloween parties, of which I don't go to, but you went to one.
Yeah.
Tell me about your Halloween party experience.
Well, it was a rager, and leading up to it, as a 31-year-old, it's like I can't do these parties, and it's just not appealing either, because it's like this is for young people. It really is. From the loud music to the staying up late to the over drinking, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do it. But some people like it.
Did you do it
Over drink.
and stay up late?
Yeah, I stayed up late.
You
I got there at midnight, dude.
just said like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Did you do it? Well, yeah, I did it.
Did it? Well, I survived it. I went
Can't
through
do it
with
anymore.
Can't do it anymore. And by the next day was like, do you feel regret yet?
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not immediate.
Right. You didn't feel it in the moment.
Pretty on setting. Like you knew it was coming.
Oh, you got there at midnight?
Yeah.
Why so late?
Because I was at something else before it.
Oh. And instead of just going home and ending the night, you went to this place.
See, yeah.
Okay.
Can't do it anymore.
No. One of the Halloween parties I got, I told you I didn't get earlier today. I didn't get invited to any. I got invited to one, and it started at 8. That's when it started.
That's a good time.
I said, no, thank you.
That was too late for you.
Yeah, dude. Like, you start at 5 to leave at 8.
It doesn't
start
get
at
dark
8.
till 6, though.
Why does it have to be dark to party?
Yeah.
What
Well,
are we,
that's a good
bats?
point.
Are we
That's a good
owls?
point. Yeah, what are
Why
we?
does it have to be dark outside to have a good time?
Why does it have to be dark?
Why do you have to be in the darkness? So you
don't
can't
have
see
to be.
anybody? You can't see all the mistakes you're making or all how
I think
trashed
that's
everyone
it.
looks? No.
Is that why people think they have to party at night?
I have no idea. I've never, as someone who works a morning job, I can't do that anyway. But also, other than being in Vegas, that's the exception. Why do we have to start so late?
Is that just because people have seen movies where they party at night? Is
I
that
don't
just
know.
easier to shoot? I think it's just easier to
That's
shoot. from
night
movies.
shoots. That's
Yeah.
why I'm thinking about night shoots.
I'm just thinking about night shoot. Oh, the pain.
I
of a
don't
night
think these
shoot.
friends that who had the party were thinking about night shoots
No,
when
they
they
weren't.
decided on an 8 p.m. party.
You know what's sad about that too? Is my mentality going into it? My mentality was like, oh, I'm going to be there at midnight. This is like if I was at SNL.
What?
This is how my brain works.
That's
I'm
what
like,
you thought.
so I'm getting into this as if like I'm doing SNL.
Your
It starts at
brain was-
midnight.
I'm going to go to work. I'm going to work right now to do sketches. That's what I'm doing.
Because I think about them all the time. Like they do it. It starts at midnight. It starts at like 11:30.
Right. But they're
And
not
they go to
partying.
like
they're
2.
working.
They are working.
That's their job that they get paid for.
But when I go to a party, I feel like I'm working because I feel like I have to put on not a show.
I can see that.
Not a full
Okay.
show. Not like a full sketch every 2 minutes.
You want to go to entertain people.
Well, I feel like I'm going to have to.
Mhm.
I feel like that's the expectation
Okay.
when I go somewhere. But you don't. What do you feel like you have expectations when you have to go to a party?
Out of me?
Out
Like
of
they
you.
expect me to do something for
Yeah.
them? No.
No.
No, I'm there to have fun. Have a good time.
Interesting.
I'm not there to be like, oh, they need me to perform for them.
But it was also because being older, you're like, ugh, I'm going to have to take care of somebody at some point. I think it was that too of like, oh, stuff gets too crazy. I'm sort of not responsible, but like probably the only one to do anything about it.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Do you have no other friends that can do that?
Well,
Or in the group,
there
in the
are.
group that you were with?
Yeah, I mean, like our friend, he would have been because he came there later. He was at
Later than midnight?
yeah.
My God.
Damn.
That's when he thrives. See, he's someone who likes the late night
Yeah.
things. He likes staying up late.
I'm so old. I'm just like shocked. So shocked at like arriving somewhere the next day is shocking to me. Again, I work a morning job, so
The next,
that's
yeah,
why.
the next day.
Arriving the next day for the event is strange to me.
Yeah.
But I was kind of always like that when I was younger, anyways. But anyway, continue. Talk
think
about
More about it.
I have
Let's
a point
see.
that I want to make later, and I'm not prepared. I didn't have my notebook out. I'm gonna forget it. But keep going. Go on. Keep talking.
And it's just like, why do we want to do this? I mean, at first it's cool and it's fun because it wasn't like a lame normal party with these people.
Right.
Because normally it's pretty lame. It's like 10 people, 9 dudes, 1 girl.
Wow.
The ratio is off.
Yeah.
Ratio shouldn't be this rough. But this one, it was like there's like 100 people there.
Whoa.
That was it felt
It was a party party.
It was a party party.
Yeah. Out of 100 people,
Yeah.
you felt like you were the only one to take care of someone.
It's up to me.
It's up
Well,
to me.
eventually I was like, no,
you wanted
this
to be
is fine.
the Superman of the party.
It just happened. I don't know. It just happens like that.
Okay. Interesting.
Maybe it's a me thing.
I think it is
But then I
because
got over it.
good. That's you
I
want
got to just relax.
as we've learned a few episodes ago, maybe when we were talking about social interactions, we see it differently.
Mhm.
You feel like you need to maybe perform a little bit, but like
Yeah.
you need to give something to somebody,
Yeah.
like an expectation.
Mhm.
Like I must give something to these people, and they're expecting it. Where I'm like, I'm just here to have fun. Like I don't owe anybody anything,
Yeah.
and it's interesting. I can't even imagine how to approach a social situation that way
Yeah.
of like going in order to fulfill someone else's needs. You know, it's interesting. Like I would go. I don't know if it's selfish, but I'm going to have a good time, or just like blow off steam from work, or like have a drink, just have fun, and then go home. I don't feel the need like, okay, I'm on now.
Oh.
I got to start doing stuff for these people.
Hmm.
But that could just be friend groups too. Like I don't think anyone expects anything out of me anyway,
Oh.
other than just some laughs.
Yeah. Well, usually because I know them from work, so it's
Right.
like I'm trying to do anything that I can to like just pass the time for me.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it's like I like
At
to
the
be
party?
entertained. Just at work.
Oh, okay.
So normally at work, so I think, oh, if I'm like that at work, then they'll probably want that outside too.
Hmm.
I don't know, but it's also like I do like doing that, but there is a point where I'm like, oh, I'm too tired of this
Yeah.
because I'm an introvert. Like, so I feel like the introvert side is also like, oh, well, I'm gonna need to turn on extrovert
Uh-huh.
for a bit because it's a party,
Yeah.
and then go
Interesting.
back to it. Yeah.
Because that is the opposite of an
Wait,
introvert.
yeah.
Stuff that how you're approaching these
Yeah.
social situations.
It's like this is the prep that goes on.
You're
in my
seeking
brain.
validation from other people.
I'm
in a way.
not like seeking it. I just feel like, oh, it's gonna come for me.
Oh,
Like it's gonna come for me, and I'm gonna have to brace it.
interesting.
Yeah, like I can't avoid it. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been like that, like most of my life though.
Uh-huh.
Where like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to just sit back. they're gonna want like a story, or you know.
Yeah. I think as I've gotten older, I've learned like everyone's got their own shit going on.
Well,
They really don't care about you. So like you're saying that like, oh, they need me to give them something. I don't think they do. You know, they've got their own stuff going on, and like, yeah, we can talk to them and like socialize, but they're not going home like, I got what I needed from Clint today.
I don't know, maybe.
I
hope they don't.
Yeah, they don't. I'm telling you, they don't. People don't care about you that much. And they may have like, oh, I remember that one time Clint did a skit or whatever at this party. But they're not going to see you next time and be like, dance monkey. Like that you did it last time. I don't know.
Sometimes it seems like they do. I think they do for me.
Okay. Maybe they do for you.
Because when I'm like not giving them anything, they're like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? But it's the people pleasing me side that's like, it's been like that my whole life. I think
that's kind of like...
Because I was writing jokes about it a few months ago where it's like, I'm so good at this job that when I don't do it, people are upset.
Oh.
It's like, because I've seen it with like my exes where like I do too many things for them. And then the minute I stop, they're like, what's going on? You didn't show up to pick up my mom from the airport. And I'm like, well, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
So it feels like a job. I know it's not a real job. I know it's not an actual, I mean, it might be a real job. Turn it into a real job.
Yeah.
That'd be the goal. But then I do get that feeling of like when you're at work and you've like not done all your responsibilities. And it's like, well, I didn't want to work that hard today.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. It's weird.
I can see that feeling because I do a lot of events, so I feel like I have to host it.
Yeah.
But when I go to other people's things, I'm like, I'm just going to tune out.
Yeah.
It's not on me today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they see, because then it's almost like they see two sides of you. And they're like, well, I didn't get Cesar Rodriguez show, Cesar.
But you got Cesar Rodriguez show.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It can be, you can have two sides to you.
Yeah.
I think what you were saying about the people, that's kind of like jading your judgment a little bit. Like, you don't have to people please all the time.
But it makes me happy. But I have to do less of it. I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Confused. But I get it. Okay.
Like it makes me joy making you happy.
So
even though you have no care at all about how I feel. Probably.
Okay.
You said people don't care.
I think in the sense that like they've got their own stuff going on. Well, yeah, a lot of the time.
And then you can tell when like, so because mentally I brace for having to do the work, but then I'm delighted when the other person just says all the stuff that they're going through.
Right.
Then I'm like, oh, thank God. Then I don't have to do it.
I mean, in the way is that like I feel like if you don't do like the whole dance monkey routine for them, they're not gonna. Again, I don't know these people or your relationships with them, but they're not gonna go to bed with that thought of like, oh, Clint didn't make me laugh today.
Yeah,
what's wrong with him? You know, I'm assuming that's what they're. You know, they're not going to bed thinking that. So then, you know, but maybe they are.
Maybe
they are. Who knows? Let's interview one of them. Get one of them in here.
So, how do you feel when?
How do you feel when I didn't make you laugh the other day?
Like,
sad.
I hated it.
Anyway, back to Halloween parties.
Yeah,
I got not invited to two of them last week, and they were big parties, like hundreds of people.
Yeah,
and I didn't care.
Wow.
And I thought younger Marcus would be like, I have a little bit of FOMO. Not a whole lot. I never was that guy, but I had like sparks of it here and there.
Yeah.
Kind of FOMO-y. This old guy, I didn't give a shit.
Right.
Like I was happy to see everyone had a good time. I spoke to some of them the next day at work. I liked hearing the stories. It was fun, like chisme stories. And you're like, who did what? Who did what? But there was no like, oh, I wish I was invited. None of that existed.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just getting older?
I think so. Well, because I directly, because there's some people that they're like, oh, well, the person hosting didn't directly invite me, so I don't want to go. And it's like, well, that's not what this is.
That's just called an asshole, a jealous asshole.
Just jealous asshole?
Yeah. Some are like, why are you so special?
Yeah, why are
that
you
we
so
must
special?
Like,
yeah.
Oh, here's my hand-delivered notes. Like, please come to my party.
You are cordially invited to a rager with 200 people
No one's invited to
And
those.
we
People just show up.
specifically want you there. Out of
Yeah.
all the two, no.
Yeah. See, that's what my first thought is like the arrogance in that person to think that they need to be directly addressed.
That's how I felt too. I was like, no, shut up.
Yeah. You know where it is.
Yeah.
You know when it's happening. You know all the people there. Just show up.
Yeah.
No one's gonna say anything
Yeah.
unless you're the one person they don't like. That could be a
Then
thing.
then they don't.
Yeah. Then they're like,
then
who invited Becky?
But then, yeah, like, what is
Yeah.
Becky doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
shit,
Becky
Becky's
doing here?
Becky's here.
Who told Becky about this? We
can't believe Becky
specifically
found
said
out.
not to invite Becky to this thing.
Who
Why is
said
she
it
here?
at work?
Yeah, I guess there are some of those.
There's some.
The outliers.
But at this one, it's like there's so many that you wouldn't even
Wouldn't
notice
even matter.
Becky.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even.
you would notice Becky if she did the Becky thing,
Mm-hmm.
but if she didn't do the Becky thing, who knows?
Yeah, she wouldn't be an issue.
It wouldn't be an issue.
She's a non-issue.
Yeah, so like getting older is the FOMO thing is.
I think it goes away because then you feel the pain of losing sleep or being hungover and then having to do whatever you have to do the next day, and you're like, no, this is fine.
Yeah.
Because then one of the 30-year-olds that I said, are you going? And then she didn't go. She just looked great the next day, and I was just so jealous. I was like, you look fully rested.
She's glowing.
She's glowing.
Floats
Yeah.
into work off a cloud.
She's literally glowing.
You're like that SpongeBob
Yeah.
that's like, it looks all dead.
No.
6 SpongeBob. That's what it is.
Yeah, 6 months.
With
Yeah.
with the suds.
Mm-hmm.
The suds.
Oh, the suds,
Squidward,
that's what
the
it's called.
suds.
Yeah, I again, younger me I've never been that guy that's like, fuck, you didn't invite me. But there'd be like times where I'd see friends who like I'm friends with, like even you guys sometimes when I was younger, like, oh, they went together. No one told me.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, I don't care, dude. Like I've got my own stuff going on anyway.
Yeah.
And I think that's just getting older.
Yeah.
Priorities are in other places. And
Priorities and responsibility.
yeah. Or you just learn that that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If they didn't invite you, who cares? Doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean a thing.
So anyway, don't do ragers anymore
Mm-hmm.
when you're old.
But what I did before that,
Oh,
That
yes,
day.
let's talk about that.
I went to the new Beverly with my friend Zach.
Mhm.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Zach Gonzalez.
Shout out.
And
Oh,
it
he's
was
here. Did you hear him?
Where is it? Zach?
Hey.
Yeah. Is that how he sounds?
He has a higher pitch voice.
Do his voice.
He's
This is
more
for- this is
more
for you,
happy.
Zach.
He's like happier than me happy, which is
Wow.
very happy.
And
so-
Zach.
I don't want to do an impression. Hey. He'll
Sounds
be on
like a
one day.
Muppet.
He's Muppet-like. I think me and him have had the discussion of would you rather be the only human in a Muppet world or would you be a Muppet
Yeah.
with humans around? Because I think I'd want to be the
Only
human
human.
with
Oh.
the Muppets.
Like when they
That
have
tracks.
guests on Sesame Street.
Yeah, and they have like a guest comes on.
That's not Muppets. I know that. That's a different
yeah,
show.
it's
Sesame
still
Street.
Muppets. Yeah, Sesame Street.
It's still Jim Henson. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jim Henson Company. But he'd be more Muppet,
Okay.
I think.
Oh, before we move on, did you see that thing about Big Bird laying an egg?
Wait, what?
I'll show you guys later. Never mind.
He could do that, but he's
I don't
a man.
know if it was a joke or not. Let me look it up. Continue though about
thought he was a
Zach the Muppet.
Yeah, because Zach told me, they're doing a double feature of the Addams Family Values and
Hey, one of the greatest movies ever.
and the movie Casper. And I thought, those are nice. Those are fun 90s movies. I didn't really grow up with Addams Family Values.
I did.
Grew up with more Casper. But then Zach was like, well, no, Addams Family Values is one of my favorite movies. And it's just so incredible. And oh my God.
Yeah. Mature. Yes, I'm over 18.
This
Oh
is,
my God.
That's. I'll find the picture.
Ugh.
That's kind of it right there. But there was more.
That's kind of grotesque. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. Why is he doing that?
I don't know. The truth,
1983.
83?
the truth about Big Bird. Big Bird's a lady, right?
I don't think so.
Well, it's laying an egg.
Oh, now I think it is.
Big Bird is a.
Them. I mean,
Oh,
there got to
so
be at
they're
least
them.
a few people
I
working
thought
there.
you said Big Bird is A. I'm waiting for the answer. All right. Anyway,
Oh
Addams
my
Family
God. It
Values.
looked like Bert Kreischer coming out.
Ew, imagine Bert Kreischer laying an egg.
No.
He's just like, oh, here it is. I'm right here. He looks like he's got an egg in his belly.
He does.
Giant ostrich egg.
No matter what he does, it still looks that big.
he has to stop doing what he does
For like
or
a
it to
year
go
at
away.
least.
Yeah.
It can't just be a month.
No, you can't just not drink for a week or a month. Isn't he not drinking right now? That's the thing, right?
It just looks like he might.
The damage is done.
Yeah. Have you seen younger Bert photos?
Yeah, he's like a good-looking guy.
Yeah, like handsome.
Yeah, got nice hair. He's got good body.
Yeah, he's a nice.
His face isn't all like, he's not like, the damage is done.
Yeah, but it's crazy how he has the confidence now.
Yeah, he still thinks he looks amazing.
Looking good, man.
But whatever, he's rich and
for
funny,
them.
so that's all that matters. Addams Family Values. Let's
So
go back to that.
went to the New Beverly, owned by Tarantino. Used to be a movie where they showed adult films.
Right.
And movie theater where they showed adult films. And because I haven't really, I've seen Addams Family Values, but not as an adult. It was probably just in passing on TV or something. And I was so impressed by the amount of jokes,
Every scene.
good jokes, every single time.
Yeah.
And it made me think of you.
Thank you.
I
That's one of the best compliments you've ever given me.
There it is.
Thank you.
Wow.
Flip it. Yeah, Addams Family Values is one of my favorite movies. Me and Jasmine, friend of the show, shout out, quote this movie all the time. Because it's got, so this is 1993. I said 95 earlier, my mistake. It's got this is one of those movies where it's just magic.
Yeah.
The writers, the cast, everything. They just found lightning in a bottle. Everybody is funny in this movie.
Yeah.
Everyone in this cast is funny. Even the ones that aren't in it that much, they only have a few scenes, are funny. And it's one of those things where it's one of a kind. They captured what they needed to capture, and it's still funny today. The jokes they may be like, they're not old jokes.
They still work.
Yeah, they still work. They're real funny jokes.
There's no like, oh, this doesn't play now joke. Even with the Native Americans at Thanksgiving, it still
funny.
totally works.
Yeah.
Because it's it's telling the right story. It's not because it's making fun of the white camps, like camps
Right.
I used to go to.
You went to
Not
those
that they're
camps?
fully white. I went to Christian camps.
Oh.
So I felt like I could resonate with that kind of camp
Were they like the camp in the movie?
a little bit.
Oh.
There's some. Think about that, but with Jesus in it. Lord Almighty.
Oh, God.
But then putting on a Native Americans and Pilgrims play. Oh my God.
Did you guys do that?
No.
Did
But it would have been worse.
A Last Supper play?
It would have been something like that. Yeah.
Or what's the Christmas scene?
Oh, the baby Jesus?
Yeah,
Nativity
what's a
scene.
nativity? That's what it
Nativity.
is.
Yeah. They would have done that.
If you did the nativity scene, what role would you want to play?
I don't know. They probably, well, as a kid, me and my brothers were the wise men.
Oh,
Because we did do that at church at some
There's
point.
4 of you guys.
Brett was a baby.
Oh, okay.
He was,
Okay. So which one were you?
I don't really think I had a name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if they have names.
Okay.
Mine
Do they
don't.
have names? They have names, right?
Wiseman, yeah.
Yeah.
Wise men do. I
They're,
don't remember
they're 3
which one.
separate men.
I was just the oldest one.
Old one. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we did do that.
What does that role entail? Just standing there.
We see the baby. Here it is.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Luke, shut up. No, he was good.
Yeah. The virgin got pregnant, guys.
How does that happen?
Well, we know how it happens.
Oh my
So,
God. Yeah.
Somebody's on the hush hush. That's it.
My parents had sex. When I saw that
from
line
the
in the
movie.
movie, I'm like, oh, this is why my parents didn't show it to me as a kid. That's why, as an adult, you got it.
They had
You
sex.
love it. And my family would like it now. Like, of course they would like it
Yeah,
now.
they would like it then. It's
Would
not.
have. It was just, we have tiny kids. I could see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, but a
But
tiny
it's
kid
still
doesn't know what
good.
that is.
Yeah, it'll just
they
go
don't know
over
what
their
that
head.
is.
Over there.
Let's play one of these scenes,
Oh my
though.
God, it's so good.
This is the minute 20.
The key ingredient
His face.
of Hawaiian honeymoon is romantic music.
It's so.
I ordered this cassette from Time Life
A little bit.
Living. Oh, Fester, how much do you love me?
With all my soul,
Would you do anything for me?
anything.
Would you die for me?
Yes.
Promise.
Oh my God.
It's just. Christopher Lloyd in a tub.
He does the Fester theme. That's
It's such a funny movie. I'm brings me such joy that you got to experience the movie because it is really. It's
a different type of humor that I think you would do well with.
It is. It's because it's so. It's. I don't know. I don't want to say. Bland.
Dark?
It is dark, but not. It's just so like unapologetically funny.
Yeah.
It's just like we're just gonna say the words.
Yeah, we're
doing the things.
We're doing it.
Like this scene, she's just very. Get her little speech. Oh, sure, you did. My bad. Anyway, it's like. Tell me what your favorite thing about the movie. You can choose one thing.
I mean, the lines. I think the joke writing was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And because this style of the joke, because
Right.
it's like, oh, you look dreadful today, honey. Thank you.
It's very dry.
Dry,
It's
yeah,
like
dry,
mhm.
dry, tongue-in-cheek humor.
Yeah. It's because
So
I think it's funny too, is because the Adam it's like the Brady Bunch movie, which we discussed in a little bit, but where it's like they're in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're their own thing and they exist alongside of us
Yeah,
to where it's just it works. It's like
yeah,
they're clearly no one's like these people. Like that's
Yeah.
not real, but they're just reacting to real people,
Mm-hmm.
Where like what is it? The mom's like, what did you say about boys?
Oh,
Like,
it was,
she's at that age where she's whatever.
thinking about one thing.
Thinking about one thing.
Boys?
Homicide. It's like, who says that?
Yeah, the comedy is very who says that, and I love that though. I love real world, but then you get these crazy characters in it.
Yeah, and they're just so
And they have to-
themselves.
Yeah, and
in
they have
it
to react to real people.
that their reactions, the stuff they're saying is funny, but it's really the reactions they're getting from everyone around them that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
The little girl, like, I'll play the victim like, all your life. It's like, yes, little white girl.
It still
you will
works.
play the victim.
It all still works.
Because that still is true today.
amazing.
Like the little white girl's like, ah.
Like it's 30 years later, but it's still saying the same stuff. Like people were just as bad back. Like they're just the same. We're the same. We just
Yeah.
have our own different stuff we should make fun of now. We need something like this. We need this kind of humor
About
making fun of-
2023.
Yeah.
What would
That's
it
what we
be?
need. We'll figure it out.
We'd have to be the crazy character. It'd have to be like our grandparents our great grandparents, let's say, 'cause some of our grandparents are still alive. Our great grandparents getting dropped into 2023 and then just make like, what is all this? Like
That'd be funny.
all the let's say like pronoun stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
they're just so confused by it. Like say they meet a non-binary they them, and they're like trying to explain to the great grandparents what it is they're talking about, and they just cannot compute what's happening,
Yeah.
and it makes it funny.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, or reaction
Right
to it'd have to be social issues because I don't know, or just how expensive everything is. Like you paid $7 for a coffee.
What does it do? Keep you alive forever?
Yeah, I could buy a meal for $5 with that much money. But back in my day, like it'd be that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
Yeah, write it.
I wrote it down. No, it's good. That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
We'll work
Yeah,
on that.
I have some ideas. Yeah, this movie's great. Talk to me about the new Beverly a little bit more.
It's one of those places that makes me realize that I'm a film nerd. Because before it starts, they talk about. Well, first they say, "Oh, we're going to play
They
a
introduced the
cartoon." They introduce the movie. They introduce fun facts about the movie, like directed by so and so, and it was his first film directing. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool!" Like geeking out.
They used to do that at the ArcLight too.
Yeah.
I don't because the ArcLight would close, but then it's open
it
somewhere
might be
else.
back, yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
they still do that.
So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
just all the fun facts. I was like, just eating it up.
Yeah.
And thinking about how it's like, it's on film and it's been preserved since I've been alive. Because this movie, I was 1 when this came out. So to think that like that and Casper, they're like as old as me, that's kind of crazy too. And then watching it on film, like I kind of miss watching stuff on film. That part felt good.
Definitely feels when you see the graininess pop up of a movie like this, you're like, oh.
Reminds me of watching on VHS.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Or just kind of it also just takes you.
Yeah.
Like your mind goes back to like, wow.
Yeah, and they played.
I was
old,
10 years old once.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, it was. Both these movies brought me back like that too, especially with Casper, because I watched Casper a lot as a little kid, and it's like I remember a lot of the bits, thinking like, oh, that's funny, but then like the stuff that I'm sure they didn't think was funny that made me laugh. More just being an adult watching this thing, going, oh my god, these 12-year-olds, what is going on?
Yeah, well, that's the genius of movies like Casper and this is that I think they did expect it to be funny, but they're playing to everybody. They're like, oh, we'll make this is going to be funny for, a 31-year-old, but the 9-year-old's not going to know what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
They're just going to like, oh, next scene.
Yeah, it's that wider audience appeal.
Yeah, it's one of the geniuses of movies like this, the Brady Bunch, Casper. They're playing to everybody. Yeah. I think they know that. They're writing stuff in that's going to be funny for everyone, so that when you bring oh, Casper, I got to bring my kid to watch this dumb movie about a baby ghost. Yeah. Who's not really a baby, but he's the only ghost that looks
12.
like a baby.
He looks kind of baby.
And the other 3 old men ghosts, they look like old men.
Yeah.
Are like dumpy men, Yeah. But Casper looks like a baby for some reason. Anyway, but they're thinking like when they bring everyone to the movie, they're all gonna laugh.
Yeah.
The kid's laughing, the dad's like at certain points, and then the dad's laughing, and the kid's like, huh? At certain points. So
yeah,
I think they'd absolutely know what they're doing. It's just genius.
Interesting. It's just
genius.
Yeah, the way they did it, and I love the zaniness of '90s movies, like the revolt scene in Addams Family Values, like just the chaos that goes on. Right. Knowing that like people aren't actually going to get hurt. Yeah. But that like just
they're
crazy
throwing
chaos.
Arrows
like
and
that.
they have the girl tied to a stake and they light the fire and stick an apple in her mouth. Like, are they going to burn her alive?
Is it going to happen? I know the balls.
Yeah,
they had balls back then.
They shoot flaming arrows at the camp counselors and they duck. It's like the Home Alone thing too. Yeah, where it's Home Alone, you're brutalizing people. This would kill them. But it's hilarious.
It's so fun. It's practical.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not CG. It's not.
Yeah, that was a real stuntman that fell down those stairs.
Yeah, look at him go.
Look at him go. And they had different contracts back then. Maybe they were like, just fucking push him.
Yeah.
Now they'd be like, let's have a powwow first.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let's make sure you feel. How are you gonna feel after you fall down? We'll have therapists ready. Like,
they're right here.
Like, God, just push them down the stairs, dude.
And we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do it again.
Yeah, maybe take 2. Yeah. Your finger was a little off in that one.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Oh my god.
The practicality of I'll say why I like 90s movies. 93, yeah, well I'll include 90. Earlier I said 95 to 99. We'll say 93 to 99. It's just like they just have a look to them that looks like you're saying, so most of them are all practical. They're just like usually unabashedly themselves. Yeah. They're not really worried about. There was no social media then, so they're not worried about pissing anybody off. So they'll do things that are in today's culture maybe not okay. Yeah. And it just reminds me of being a kid. Yeah. Like especially like the clothes people wear or like some of the like product placement, old logos, things. Yeah. Things like that. Like, oh shit, I remember being 6 years old and drinking the Coke that looked like whatever it was. And it's I don't know, they're just so good. The 90s movies are so good.
Yeah, even because
it's such a good time capsule of the culture.
Before each movie, they showed a Christina Ricci movie trailer. And it made me miss those kind of trailers too, because it's always like, a girl moves to the new city.
Yeah, they had the voiceover.
Yeah, the guy. He did everything.
I just connected that she's in both movies.
Yeah.
That's why they played them.
Yeah, that's how they got to do it.
Like, oh yeah, she is Wednesday and the girl from Casper, whatever her name is.
I mean, they're both like sort of Halloween movies. I'd say Addams Family Values is one of those Thanksgiving movies, though. It's kind of like in between.
It's a holiday movie for me. It's not necessarily Halloween, but it's a holiday movie for sure. Yeah. It's one of those movies you watch around the holidays.
I love Casper. And Casper. I love the camp counselors.
They're just they read the names. They're like Jamal,
yeah,
Jamal.
Jamal.
They're so mean to like the like ugly or like the other kids. Yeah, the other kids are just basically like you can't participate.
Basically, the non-pretty white girls.
Yeah, they're off to the side, and they treat them very much off to the side. Yeah. There's some,
Which I think it's funny because it's like exposing that people do that.
yeah.
Like, they really pick favorites.
Yeah.
Even with-
They've all the kids that are like the other are the Native Americans. They make them the Native Americans, and they make the fun whites the fun whites.
pilgrims.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pilgrims.
the pilgrims.
In history's mind, quotations, the fun whites. Maybe not so fun for
Full
the
of
others.
disease.
Yeah.
Oh, syphilis.
Ew. Please, let's share our food. That's not what happened.
It was chaos.
Yeah,
You know it was chaos.
Give me that food, and here's gonorrhea. And a bunch of white kids for you guys to raise. Mixed white kids.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a good. You want to play this one?
Oh, yeah. This is the beginning when the baby's born.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely check out Addams Family Values if you haven't.
Yes.
Is it torture?
Is it torture?
Yeah, it's just
Oui.
And then Mommy
there's no reaction to giving birth.
Angel told the stork, and the stork flew down from heaven.
Is this a sex
The
part?
diamond
Yeah.
under a leaf in the cabbage patch, and the diamond turned into a baby.
Our parents are having a baby too. They had sex.
Zooms in on the face. It's like,
And the music, it's so 90s
it's
too.
so like over the top.
boop, boop, boop. Big
Yeah.
orchestra.
Yeah, big orchestra.
Boop, boop, boop.
Again, like Home Alone. It's like a
Yeah.
big, like,
Oh, yeah, it is like, yeah.
like, oh, God, Addams Family Values. I'm glad you got to watch
So
that.
good. Do you want to try to pull up a Casper clip?
Sure.
Pull up the scene at the end where Casper becomes, if they have it,
Human.
Casper becomes
Or when he
human.
kisses her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you've watched it. You've seen it recently.
I probably watched it at some point. I wasn't recently.
Who knows? All right.
I mean, I don't know if he turns human. Oh, he does.
He's already human by then. Oh wait, go
Oh,
back
yeah.
to where like he's walking through the.
The people.
The
Just
people.
watching kids kiss each other. This
Ew.
is gross.
That's why it's so weird.
Gonna have to censor that word out. I'm just kidding. The whole sentence.
It's
look
not
at-
weird when other kids watch it, but when
Out of context.
a bunch of dudes in their 30s
Look
are
at them all
watching.
stare at him like he's this god.
Oh, well, he's okay. That's the. He's
Listen to the song, too.
He's being descended from heaven right now. That's the thing. He's a ghost, and he's coming back down from heaven, shrouded in white. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, she's shrouded in white as well." It's just so pure. The purity of this
Listen
scene.
to the music.
I don't want to. It sounds awful.
Just listen to it.
Mariah Carey?
That's what I was gonna say.
I think so.
Damn.
This is when the dads are like, "Oh,"
Yeah, this is.
and all the 11-year-olds are like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Look, see, they're floating.
Floating.
I too can have dates with the ghost.
Are you okay?
And then he gets to meet his lady again.
Damn, he looked older when I was younger.
He looks older? Oh, I know.
looks-
I see what you mean. He's probably like my age in this. Maybe a couple years
Yeah.
older. Right, I don't care about you.
This is how Marcus watches movies.
Ugh, the emotional stuff? Gross.
Yeah. Fast forward.
Yeah.
I could watch movies in half an hour.
Yeah, yeah, Scorsese.
Bragging about it.
I watched the Scorsese movie. If you fast forward.
This whole time I'm laughing hard because I'm just. It's just
How
so
campy
weird.
it is and cheesy it is. I forgot my point. Anyway.
Everybody that 8 minutes singing in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Then he
I got rid
becomes-
of we're to the stuff that matters, okay?
This part's funny.
Yeah. He's a baby ghost.
Boo?
Their hair flies up.
Yeah, it's like an explosion of air at them.
Why did the hair fly out?
The funny part, the ironic part is being he's not scary looking.
He's not. Yeah.
He looks like a little white baby.
He's adorable.
And they all just run at the same time. They're throwing trash as they run. Yeah.
Watch the stunt. There's this one stunt
that.
there.
Hold on.
Look at the stunt.
This girl flies over the side of
Yeah.
the stairs.
Look at it.
Jesus.
Another one.
Okay, okay, stunt girl. Hold on.
There's no way she could get hurt.
Yeah, there's
If
no
that were to
way.
happen.
This kid.
This little kid.
No way. Oh my god.
This little kid did this. Okay. Imagine 12-year-old Becky. Sorry, Becky.
Right now.
Becky's getting shade.
Becky today.
This is why Becky's not invited to the party. Because she can't use the stairs. Becky can't. She has to throw herself overboard. Like,
She did a full flip, dude.
That's incredible.
to be honest, that person's probably like 25.
Either she
Yeah.
fell on her head or she
Yeah.
did a full.
No way.
Ugh,
Kid could do
Jesus,
that.
Becky. That's why Becky doesn't get invited to parties.
She's in gymnastics.
Oh, maybe.
She's a dancer.
So the new Beverly, smash or pass?
Smash.
That video was how Marcus leaves parties at 9 p.m.
It's 8 o'clock.
Joke's on you. 8:30.
Jokes on you, you never showed up.
Yeah, I'll show up once in a while, but I'm also the first to leave. But the joy in that is that everyone knows that about me, that I'm the first to leave, and they respect that, and they're okay with that. That's the expectation. Okay,
Of you.
Okay,
See,
okay.
people have different
See,
expectations of everybody.
Right. So you're saying they expect you to perform for them. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're going to say yes, that's true. They expect me to leave early. That's my expectation of parties, and I love it. I love that expectation. There's kind of this joke amongst the certain friend group that it's like, oh, once Marcus leaves, it's time to like chill out a little bit, because I usually don't stay for the shenanigans, the too drunk shenanigans. I want no part of that.
You should.
But it's like a little shtick amongst this friends, like, oh, Marcus is leaving, we need to chill out a little bit. It's getting kind of late. Anyways, so New Beverly would smash.
Yeah. And the quote that describes the clip is, "Can I keep you?"
Oh yeah, that's what he says to her.
Weird. See, that's weird.
That was just typical 90s
I know. Yeah.
melodramatic stuff.
What would you do? Okay.
What?
What would you do? Well, what would you do if someone asked, like you were doing that, like the prom slow dancing like this that they were doing, and someone says, "Can I keep you?"
How old am I?
Let's
A child?
Let's start
Can I
with
be
12.
a child? Yes,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Of course. What about now?
If someone said,
Asked to
"Can I
keep
keep
you.
you?" I'd be like, Mom, I gotta
You
go."
call for your mom now?
I flip over the thing.
When someone says, "Can I keep you?" You run away like that.
Yeah. Your hair. Oh, you don't have hair now, but
Yeah.
we're going.
I'd find hair to put on.
We'll put Caesar's hair on
Caesar
you.
wig.
Gust of wind.
Stop the show.
Yeah, stop.
the show.
Really stop the show.
Really stop the show. I'd be like, huh? You need therapy.
Yeah. Just like that stunt person would need today after she did that
After
stunt.
that great
Physical
stunt.
therapy.
Okay, you're right. You're good. You're right. Maybe do another take.
So we're gonna do it again. It's the 20th time I've jumped over this.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about some changes that are coming?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we have some changes we're okay to talk about, Caesar? Yeah. Some changes coming to the show. It's ending. I'm just kidding.
Stop.
We're actually stopping the show.
Stopping the show.
Yeah, we decided we don't want to do this anymore, and it's over.
All right, see you next week.
Camera off. No. We're still gonna do the show. Yeah.
Caesar's crying.
Okay.
Why did they do this on air?
We're having some changes to the show. We're going to be moving to a new location. Yay! So we're going to we'll have a set. Me and you will be probably side by side instead of looking at each other.
Thank God.
Oh, thank God! And the camera will be pulled out so you can see my glorious legs.
Yeah,
There you go.
Clint's glorious abs if he decides to not wear a shirt.
I'll do it if we're at, yeah.
Let's do a GoFundMe.
You get to look at Marcus's feet.
Yeah,
He's
yeah. You
wearing
can
sandals.
see my feet. I'm wearing sandals. I don't always wear sandals, but I am today.
See his leg tattoos?
You see my leg tattoos. But yeah, we're moving to a new set. Clint and I have been discussing a few other changes that are coming to the show. We're going to start doing like writers' rooms,
Yeah.
essentially once a week.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, to
Put
just
more work into it.
yeah. So we'll have more. Because now it's just very loose, whatever we want to talk about. But there'll just be more coming. So there may be potentially skits or something,
Oh,
or
yes.
maybe like because we'll have an area we can film.
Yeah,
So
because
it
it'll
may-
be this big, more warehouse-like place.
Yeah, so it may be fun to like shoot content
Yeah.
ahead of time or some other time where we can play during the show of whatever. and then react to it, or just kind of like, let's have it be part of the show.
Yeah.
So it'll be that. And then just more like focused episodes. We could obviously be loose whenever we want, but there'll be more focus on individual things, topics and stuff.
Yeah. I think it'll be really cool, and it'll be easier to get people on.
Yes.
I feel like that'll be a nice place to bring people to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be cool.
We'll wine and dine them if you want.
Yeah.
Here's our little beverage cart. Would you like a beverage?
Ooh, a beverage cart.
Here's our little snack tray. Would you like a nice piece of charcuterie? I think it'll be fun. Because the shows with the guests get more views.
Yeah.
I think so.
Last week was popping though.
Was
last
it?
week
I
was.
haven't checked. But yeah, it'll be fun. It's like a nice new, and it's kind of like we're coming to the end of the year as well, and it'll be like a nice, not rebrand, but kind of a rebrand.
Yeah.
Rebirth.
Keep renewing. Renewal.
Yeah, nothing's dying, but there's gonna be a rebirth
Yeah.
of sorts, and it's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm most excited about just having a new space to work in.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be like a nice change of scenery and change of pace.
Yeah. I think it'll be great. It'll be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just so much I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I do think it's a good spot to be like, okay. Because now we could like revamp goals and stuff and just keep trying to just keep making it better.
Yeah. I definitely like what we've done with the show already. This will be a nice checkpoint almost of like, okay, what's working, what's not working, what needs to change, what do we want to do that's new?
Yeah.
It's nice to evolve over time. You can't do the same thing, but I don't know, I'd like to evolve.
Yeah. And I would like to hear what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
If they have any ideas, stuff they want to see.
Right.
Like
Like
do you want to
legs-
see my
legs and
legs?
abs?
Yeah. Do you want to see legs and abs? Like,
You know
that's
what?
Okay.
When we get to this new studio, we're going to start making thumbnails. I've already put that down. Maybe for some of these thumbnails, Clint, you can show your abs.
Ooh.
There you go.
I can show my legs.
Ooh.
I don't have any abs to show you. But if you want me to get abs, try to GoFundMe.
There it goes.
I need incentive.
Yeah.
I need some incentive
Well,
to
now
get
I feel
abs.
You need
incentive.
money?
Yes.
Give you money.
I need monetary incentive.
Working out is free.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it. But if someone pays me to do it, I'll do it.
How much money do they have to raise to get it?
10 grand. I don't know.
Oh my God. What would you do with that money?
I want to set my sights high. Okay, what's Kickstarter? You have to meet the goal. What's the one where you don't have
GoFundMe.
to? GoFundMe. Okay, GoFundMe. So I'm like, hey guys, I want 10 grand. But then if people are like $1, I'd be like, well, I got $200. That works. That's money. You gotta set your goals high.
But what are you using with the money then?
Nothing.
It goes into my pocket.
Yeah.
Goes to Crown and Coke?
It's like selling yourself. We talked about Arnold a little bit. It's about selling yourself, where not prostitution, but like you guys want to see my abs, you gotta pay up. Here's $5 and you see those glorious juicy abs.
I mean, honestly,
So
yeah,
Providing a
though.
service. So
Yes.
OnlyFans.
I mean,
I don't want to do that. So it would be
not that.
It'd be
I mean,
this.
but that. But
But then
not
they'd
that.
be paying you monthly. And you
No, no,
wouldn't
no,
have to
I-
be naked. You would just be like, hey,
Well,
I'm gonna be-
let's get to the GoFundMe first, and if that proves if there proves to be an audience to see my abs or my ab journey, let's do that. My ab journey.
It's journey.
Then we'll go from there.
You should do vlogs where
progress pics. and
Yeah.
vlogs.
Like,
The
okay.
poor Uncle Marcus ab journey.
This guy.
Yeah, I get no money.
They like, you owe us money. You get requests.
Hey, I'll try and make you laugh as I do it too.
Yeah.
I'll be self-deprecating. I'm good at doing that.
Good.
Remember, I'm a 4 and an Uggo. I love to
Right.
deprecate myself.
Yeah. Good for you, Uggo.
So we can finish on Arnold and selling your stuff. So tell me about Arnold and what you've been reading.
So Arnold has been on every podcast talking about his book, Be Useful. Be Useful.
Quite the photo of Arnold.
Yes.
Striking.
He's older. He's an older man.
How old is he now? 70
70s.
something?
70 something. And he does have good tips. And if you think about Arnold, he's like he was an immigrant coming to America, and he really like went for everything he wanted to do. Which
76.
yeah, he's 76. He came here and he said, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder, and he became the best bodybuilder ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he wanted to be a leading man in movies. And all of them were just saying that, oh, well, you could be this Nazi villain, or you be this big bad guy. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, I want to be the leading man. So he did stuff like Twins, which was actually his highest earning movie ever.
No.
Yeah. He made the most money. But it's because
Paycheck. The
yeah,
Paycheck.
Paycheck.
Okay.
Because it was one of those where like they're like, you're like the action guy. He's like, no, we have Danny DeVito, and so they did that deal kind of like the Barbie movie with Margot Robbie, where they said where the studio didn't really want to do it, so they said, oh, we won't take a check until the movie comes out, but then we'll get money from the box office sales.
Okay.
So because of that, it made like $100 million, which essentially you'd make way more doing that than signing on for $40 million a movie.
Yeah.
You know? So that's like the loophole thing with that for him. But he has some pretty good quotes. There's this one really good one. It's kind of a really long sentence, but I underlined it. It's in the chapter called "Work Your Ass Off."
Good advice.
He's right. He says, if you don't get to experience what it feels like to push yourself, to do more than you thought you were capable of, and to know that the pain you put yourself through will lead to growth that you alone are responsible for creating, then you will never appreciate what you have the way that same thing is appreciated by someone who earned it, who worked for it. So I thought that was pretty good. Because it's like, yeah, you really don't. Because people who just get stuff handed to them, they don't appreciate it. Not the way that it does when you work super hard at something.
Yeah.
And when you really go for it. So that was like, ooh, pretty good. And he also says sell, sell, sell. So like really be able to market yourself. And he's literally on like every podcast right now doing it. It's like you don't have to do it.
Marin.
Yeah, that was a good one. He's been all over.
He's doing the rounds.
And he's doing the work that I'm like, oh, okay. Like I still have more work to do.
Yeah.
I still have stuff to do.
I always feel like I have more work to do.
I always have more work to do.
And it's hard to find the ethic to do it sometimes.
And that's
like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Like,
Sorry.
that's why like he even says stuff like to wake up at 6 a.m. And it's like just the waking up early part is more than what most people do.
Right.
And because you wake up early for work, but it's like so many people aren't really doing that.
Yeah.
And they'll sleep in. And he's like no one created the world when they slept in. You know,
Yeah.
everybody who's doing something successfully wakes up before 6 usually. So
Or they just
that's the thing.
maximize
their day.
hours. Yeah.
All of it. Because he even says he throughout the day he works out 5 hours in a day, but like splits. He would split it up when he was bodybuilding. So he had like the hour and a half during the morning, and then the evening another hour and a half. I'm like, well, that'd be cool to implement that for me, because it's like you could find 5 hours or even 2 hours in a day to do the stuff you really want to do.
Yeah.
Train for the thing that you actually want.
Right.
'Cause, you know, there's the have to do's, which is you have to go to work, you have to make money somehow. But then there's still time, even when you're tired and stuff. There's still time to do what you really want,
Yeah.
and just go for it. Because man, people even told him like you should change your name, but then Schwarzenegger, like people remember it. It's like that's so
I knew when I was a
different.
kid.
Yeah, I
'Cause
knew
it's
it.
the only name. It's the only one you know. Like, oh, Schwarzenegger. It's like,
and that was it.
If you reading it, maybe not be able to say it, but like people are just saying it all the time, especially in the 90s and like early 90s and 80s, whatever. People were always like,
star.
yeah, it was. Everyone knew who everyone still knows who Arnold Schwarzenegger is. I'm sure even like Gen Zers know who
They
he
do,
is.
yeah. And because a lot of them had him as governor for their
That's
childhood
right.
too.
Man, what a wild time when that like you think of like, wow, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California. That's crazy.
And I was a kid
Terminator.
thinking, I just thought, oh, that's cool. I didn't know anything about him.
that's
like,
cool.
Like, oh, I just
Yeah.
watched him in Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Like that was it.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Young Clint.
Young Clint.
Oh,
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna play Pokemon.
That's cool.
I'm out of here. What? Squidward.
Did you say squirt? Kill it?
Squidward. Squirrel.
No, Squidward.
Squidward.
That's a different.
Careful, you might get Ariana Grande on you.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? What happened?
Oh,
She's dating the guy that plays
dating
SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
Play.
Like the ugly guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that great looking.
Yeah. He would be at the camp in Addams Family.
Even Wednesday would be like, I don't know about this one.
That line, the Jewish parents,
Yeah.
like $20,000 for summer camp, and he's Mr. Whoa Whoa. Mr. Whoa Whoa.
The woo woo. I'd be pissed too.
Back to Arnold. Yeah, it's really he's cool. I don't really know much about. I didn't know much about Arnold other than he was the actor and then our governor. And then, when I heard him on Marin, he had a lot of interesting things to say.
Yeah.
And cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
a nice
now
read.
he's like a self-help
cool.
dude.
That's cool. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, he's done a lot. I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense. He's in his 76. We learned earlier, but he's just been successful for so long that he must know something.
Yeah.
He's got some answers. So
Yeah. And it's true because when you work super hard, it doesn't really
he
matter
also has
what
a
it
child
is.
through infidelity. But
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Does he talk about that in the book?
Oh, he says you could Google that. He did.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes.
It
It's
happens.
fine.
He's not perfect,
No.
but it's true. Like the result of your hard work, it's a physical thing usually. Like you could watch it, you could read it, you did the work.
You can touch it,
You could touch it, feel it, squeeze it, pop it, twist it.
flick it, pull it.
Look at shove it. Ooh.
Shove it. We'll send it on shoving it. No. Any other takeaways from the book? We have to wrap it up here a little bit.
Well, that's how far I'm at in it. I recommend it. 'Cause he's even just listening to him, it's like it'll motivate you to do something a little less lazy.
Yeah.
Something.
You'll
Doesn't
take
have to
something
be
away
crazy.
from it. Yeah.
Doesn't have to be workout.
You're
like
not going to
him.
turn into a Schwarzenegger overnight.
Yeah, and you can't
You can't.
do it. But it's also it all depends on the influences you've had. Because he says he's not the self-made man. It's also because other people help you
He's
out.
not?
Well, he
I see
says
what you
that's
mean.
what he says, but it's like, well, you did a lot on your own, dude.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, I had the gym trainer, and I had my parents. My father said, be useful.
Yeah.
Go chop wood for the neighbor.
It's a good accent.
And stuff like that. I'm listening to him so often, I'm like, oh, okay.
Are you listening?
got it.
Oh, the podcast.
On the pods, yeah.
Not the audiobook or anything.
No.
Does he do the audiobook?
Yeah, he does.
His
yeah.
voice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably listen to that.
Doing all the stuff.
Another thing. Like, he does all the stuff. He records it. He does all the shows. Like, we could do more. That's it.
All right, you don't have to at me like that, okay?
I can do more. It's me. me.
You can do more.
Hi.
All right,
The
that's the
problem,
end
it's
of this
me.
show.
Before I talk about Taylor Swift, let's go.
right.
Let's end it.
All right, that's the end of the show today. Again, changes are coming, and we're excited for that. You should be excited as well. Caesar,
Hi.
if you will.
You could hit me up at I am Caesar Rod. You can follow the other show that I do with Carla and Caesar's Modern Life on YouTube. I just uploaded the Bad Bunny video, but it got blocked. So we'll see how that works out.
Did you use the music in it?
It's a reaction video. You have to. And I did it. I've done it with Beyonce. I've done it with so many people. And
It was copyrighted.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
Well, appeal it. Get it undone.
I know it happened before, and then eventually they're just like, all right, it's fine to throw up.
Okay,
We'll
because
see.
that'll probably
I know.
give you the Beyonce boost you got last time.
That's what I'm trying to do, but
Okay.
it's because he's an independent artist, so they like block those.
Oh.
Wait, that means doesn't have a label?
No, he's an independent label, so the label gets to
Oh.
decide who uses the music or not,
Got
as
it.
opposed to like Universal. Just
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh.
Okay.
At the Rodriguez Show, the other podcast that I do, I've been doing it for 8 years now, almost 9. We're also going to be moving, and we'll talk about that soon as well.
Hell yeah.
And that's it for me. Oh, Rodriguez Podcast, if you want me to make a podcast for you in the new studio as well.
So, baby, growing and showing. We're growing and showing. Ripped and Rich. Whatever.
Rich, come in.
Go ahead.
All right, at the _Clint show. Gonna just be putting in the work, making more stuff, more content. If you want your stuff to be shown and seen, we'll be in a new place. It'll be really nice.
That's right. It'll be real nice. Uncle 2_ Marcus and everything. I would like to get a new, like just 1_ thing, but it's taken.
I don't know.
Bitches. Uncle 2_ Marcus on everything. The 30's pod on everything. That's it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.